Alexa, play Diet Pepsi by Addison Rae.
On his lap, sipping Diet Pepsi.
Then cue up Ordinary by Alex Warren. Throw in Dive by Olivia Dean while you're at it. Because somehow, quietly, without a single industry plant meltdown on Twitter, the 2026 Grammys Best New Artist lineup became one of the most emotionally interesting rosters we've seen in years. And at first glance, it looks random. A TikTok star, a former Hype House member, a Nickelodeon alum, an indie band that took 10 years to blow up overnight, a British soul singer you should already know, a girl group born from a Netflix docuseries. But when you actually slow down and look at how these artists got here, yeah, this list starts making a lot of sense. Because Best New Artist isn't really about being new. It's about finally being undeniable. Let's talk about how each of these artists earned their seat at the table. Addison Rae, from internet punchline to Grammy nominee.
Sexy, sitting on his lap, sipping Diet Pepsi.
Let's just say it out loud. A few years ago, Addison Rae being nominated for a Grammy would have felt unlikely. Not impossible, just unlikely. She came up as a TikTok star, which historically the music industry has treated like a temporary side quest. Something you age out of, something that doesn't translate. And Addison felt that skepticism. She's been honest about it. She admitted she had huge expectations for herself early on and felt let down when music didn't immediately click the way she wanted it to. A lot of people wrote her off before she even got started. But here's the thing, she didn't quit. She kept working, kept refining, kept putting herself out there while people laughed, doubted, and waited for her to fail. And then songs like Diet Pepsi happened. Not as a gimmick, not as a novelty, but as actual pop records people wanted to replay. By the time her debut album Addison dropped, packed with tracks like Aquamarine, High Fashion, Headphones On, and Fame is a Gun, the conversation had shifted. Suddenly it wasn't, can she do music? It was, okay, why is this actually good? That's the pivot. That's the moment the Grammys pay attention. Addison Rae didn't get nominated because she's famous. She got nominated because she outworked the doubt. Alex Warren, turning grief into ordinary. Alex Warren's story is heavy, and not in a performative way, in a real, uncomfortable, human way. He started writing music as a teenager after his father died of cancer. Later, his mother, who struggled with substance use, kicked him out when he was 18. He lived in his car. She passed away when he was 21. That kind of loss doesn't just disappear. It shows up in everything, and you can hear it in his music. Alex has talked about how his voice never fit the mold. Raspy, unpolished, not the kind teachers believed in, not the kind that screams pop star. But then he released Ordinary, a song written for his wife, Kuver Annan, a song that somehow feels intimate and massive at the same time. And people listened. A lot of people. His debut album, You'll Be Alright Kid, landed at number 5 on the Billboard 200, and Ordinary topped the Billboard Hot 100. That's not influencer success, that's mainstream success. And when Alex talks about his career, he doesn't romanticize the pain, but he doesn't erase it either. He understands that his story is the reason his music resonates. That's what the Grammys respond to. Not perfection, but honesty that lands. Leon Thomas, The Long Road from Child Star to Serious Artist. Leon Thomas has been working toward this nomination for most of his life. Broadway as a kid, iCarly, Victorious. And yeah, that kind of resume can be a curse. Because once the audience puts you in a box, getting taken seriously as an artist is a whole separate battle. But Leon didn't rush it. He learned the craft behind the scenes. Co-writing and producing for Ariana Grande. Working with Post Malone, Kehlani, Ty Dolla $ign. By the time his own music fully arrived, it was ready. His track Mutt didn't just chart, it hit number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 and went double platinum. And in 2026, Leon isn't just a Best New Artist nominee. He's up for 6 Grammys, including Album of the Year. That's not a comeback. That's a full circle moment. Lola Young, Messy in the Best Way. Lola Young is one of those artists who feels inevitable in hindsight. She first appeared on a UK talent show as a teenager, released music for years, built slowly. And then Messy happened. A song that doesn't pretend life is clean or aesthetic. A song that openly rejects the idea that you need to have everything together to be worthy. She even joked that it's not clean girl energy. Some days, you haven't washed your socks, and that's fine. That honesty hit. The song went number 1 internationally, including in the US, and her album, I'm Only F, King Myself, cemented her as more than a moment. Lola Young didn't chase virality. She let relatability do the work. The Marías, 10 years to blow up overnight. The Marías are proof that overnight success is usually a lie. They've been together for nearly a decade, grinding, touring, releasing music without guarantees. And then, No One Noticed charted on the Billboard Hot 100. A slow, emotional song, the kind you sit with, the kind that makes people cry and replay it anyway. Maria Zardoya even said she's hopeful people still want songs like that, songs that don't rush the feeling. Their Grammy nomination isn't about a trend. It's about patience paying off, KATSEYE, manufactured but not meaningless. KATSEYE comes with baggage, formed through a competition, documented on YouTube, then Netflix. And normally, that makes people roll their eyes. But here's the difference. They've already proven themselves live, performing at the VMAs, winning Push Performance of the Year, building chemistry that feels earned, not assembled. They're new, but they're not untested, and that matters. Sombr, when virality changes everything overnight. Sombr dropped out of LaGuardia High School after one song changed his life. Caroline went viral, labels flooded his inbox. That's the modern music industry in a sentence. But what's impressive is that he didn't disappear after the moment. His album I Barely Know Her debuted at number 10 on the Billboard 200. That's staying power. Olivia Dean, quietly becoming a star. If you don't know Olivia Dean yet, that's on you. Brit School alum, Amazon Music Breakthrough Artist, multiple UK top 10 singles. She doesn't chase trends. She follows taste. Soul, jazz, bossa nova. And somehow, that's still working. So what does this lineup say? The 2026 Best New Artist nominations aren't about hype cycles. They're about proof. Proof that persistence matters. Proof that the internet isn't the enemy of artistry. Proof that music still rewards honesty, eventually. And honestly, that's kind of refreshing, because none of these artists showed up overnight. They arrived